Welcome to Booked, Busy, and Building, the podcast for dreamers, doers, and everyday people making it happen. Whether you're building a business, a mindset, or a better version of yourself, this is your space to stay grounded, get inspired, and keep growing no matter how full your calendar gets. So if you're chasing your dreams and figuring it out as you go, this is your space to stay motivated and keep building. So tune in every week for new episodes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my podcast. My name is Pamela and I'm the host of Booked, Busy, and Building. And as you heard in my new introduction, things are a little bit different around here, but it is still the same concept. So if you guys have been a long-time listener of my podcast, then you know it was previously called Pretty and Prepared, and that was the podcast that I had all throughout the last few years of college, even up until me being a postgrad. But I am entering this new era in my life. I'm rebranding so many things, and I feel like I wanted my podcast to also be very reflective of that. And so as I'm changing, as new things are happening in my personal life, in my business life, and social media, like all of these different things, I want my content to also be reflective of that. So in today's episode, we are going to be talking a little bit about this new era, what kind of content you can expect, and then of course, I'm going to give you guys 5 tips at the end of this to also help you if you want to rebrand or reintroduce yourself and you're kind of in the same boat that I was in. So let's just get started. So as I said before, welcome to Booked, Busy, and Building. My name is Pamela and I have been in the podcasting space for a little while now, but it has been really hard for me to grow or just even have new people reach my podcast in general, because I used to be audio only and I now have a YouTube channel. So if you guys are listening to this or you're on my YouTube channel right now, hi, welcome. I'm now doing visuals. So if you want to watch this kind of content while you're on a walk, or you want to watch this YouTube video or listen to these episodes while you're running errands or whatever, I now have it on YouTube and Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. But if you are new here, if you are new, you've never heard this podcast before, I had a previous podcast called Pretty and Prepared, and I loved that name. I had it throughout college. It was so fun. And now I'm entering this new era in my life, and I want my social channels and my content to be reflective of that. And because of that, I was like, I want a new name. I want something fresh and fun. And I thought of Booked, Busy, and Building a few weeks back because I still want it to be about being prepared and getting ready to be the best version of yourself. But I also want to potentially have guests and have people talk about things that they're building and things that they're doing in their own life and how they're busy and just booked all the time. Like, I want to eventually branch out into that and not just be the only one talking here. But even though I have my own YouTube channel where I make other kinds of inspirational content, and I'm also active on TikTok and Instagram, I wanted a platform where it is more just on the go. You can listen to these kinds of videos or these episodes when you're on a walk, when you're running errands, like I said before, because that's what I love about podcasts, is that I will just put it on while I'm doing the dishes or while I'm doing things around the house. And so I want to also start posting these little clips on TikTok and Instagram and get some new eyes and new ears on this podcast, because I really feel like the content on here is great, especially for people that want to just level up and upgrade their life, and they want to do it realistically. And with this new podcast name, like I said, I wanted it to be reflective of this period that I'm in with my own life, where I literally just want to keep this tunnel vision. I want to stay focused, and I want to keep going all in on my dreams and my goals. I've been going all in on my TikTok. I've been posting way more than once a day like how I used to, and I want to be more on top of my schedule, be on top of my routine, have this weekly content, not just for my current followers and my current community, but also for new people who may be interested and just want to they just resonate with this kind of content. So now that all of this is out the way, again, if you don't know anything about me, I'm a 23-year-old girl. I am from New Jersey. I just moved out about 7 months ago into my own apartment. I've been starting this new journey. I graduated college last year. I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I've just been doing content creation and freelance and my own business. I've been doing all of that full time now. October will be 1 year since I've been doing it full time. But I love content creation. I love social media. I have my own media company called Valdez Agency, where we post content on career, business, fashion, lifestyle, and more. This podcast is a branch of my media company. So this kind of content on here is all about inspiration and lifestyle and being the best version of yourself, all those kinds of things. But we now have that little introduction out of the way. So I want to give you guys 5 tips now on what to do if you want to rebrand or reintroduce yourself in life and you kind of just also want that fresh start. If you feel like maybe these last few months of the year you really want to just upgrade and kind of do things new, this is the episode for you. Number 1 is you need to know when it's time to pivot. And the reason why I want this to be number 1 in this episode is because you don't need to feel like you're a failure if you want to try something new. You don't need to feel like I didn't do this thing good, I'm not a smart person or whatever, like put yourself down. Like you can outgrow the old you. And that is the thing that I actually just mentioned in one of my YouTube videos, which is going to be going up, is it's all about mindset. It's all about how you look at things, and there's perspective in everything. So you need to know like when it's time to outgrow that old version of yourself. And when you outgrow this old you, that is such a good and beautiful thing. It's just like how snakes shed their old skin. It's just like how caterpillars turn into butterflies. Like you are going to grow. And my sister always tells me this quote, just because you plant the seed today doesn't mean it's going to be a full plant or a full tree tomorrow or the day after that or even the year after that. Like things are going to take time. And so as you are outgrowing and as things are happening from the past that you want to start leaving in the past, you're going to start looking at things in a completely new light. And that is what was starting to happen with me and my businesses and my social media. Is I was like, I am becoming this new person. I'm around new people, I'm experiencing new things, I am just learning, and I just want to be a sponge, and I don't want to be around negative people or people that are always just not going to make you feel good. And so as your vision begins to expand, your platform or the things that you do should also be reflective of that. If you are entering this new era, what are some dead plants around you that you can start cutting to start making room for new, beautiful things to grow? And when you feel disconnected or when you feel uninspired, or maybe you're in a little bit of a creative rut, I feel like that's the perfect time to really start thinking like, what do you want your next step to be? Is this the sign of a potential rebrand? Because that's how I was feeling with my podcast. I was previously like, I don't really feel that inspired. I kind of want something new. And I felt like it was still attached to that older version of myself when I was in college and when I still didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I still don't even know now to this day. But even in that era when I didn't really know much, I just felt like I want something new. I want something fresh. And it's crazy what a rebrand will do and what it will make you feel. So just because you pivot, it also doesn't mean you're starting over. It doesn't mean that you are back at ground zero. Like you're just realigning with new things, but you cannot get to new levels. You can't reach new heights in life if you are constantly obsessing with your past identity or you're constantly focusing on things that have happened to you previously. And I think I mentioned this before in my YouTube video about mindset. And I literally said, like, I used to be friends with people that were obsessed with their past. Like, their past was their best friend. They loved talking about things from their childhood, things about family, things about what guys did to them. And the way that they would talk about it, you would think, like, this literally happened yesterday. And it was, like, 5-6 years ago. And I'm like, there is nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to be around that energy anymore. I don't want to be around people that can't look and see tomorrow is a new day. We can do something new. We can be better. We can be grateful that we are here right now. If you are constantly in the past and you're always thinking like my life can't get better, I can't put one foot in front of the other, then we just can't be friends. Like I cannot have somebody like that in my life. And that was one of the best decisions that I could have made, was just letting go of that dead weight and those dead plants, cutting that off and saying, I deserve better and I'm going to get better. So once you let go of all of those things that are just not serving you anymore, you can fully thrive in your life and in anything it is that you choose to do. The next thing is clarify your new direction and have a why. Like, why are you entering this new era? Why are you going into this new part of your life? Why are you rebranding? Why are you doing whatever it is that you're doing? Like, have a very clear why. And I know for me, when I was rebranding and working on some things behind the scenes with my content and my business, I was like, I am growing, I'm maturing, I'm becoming this new person. I'm seeing things in a different light. I'm looking at things in a different perspective. And that was my main thing, is I am growing, I'm learning, and I want the things around me to also be reflective of that. But it's almost like you have to look at yourself like a business plan. Like, what is your mission? What is your value? What are the things that you are working towards? What is your why? And I always look at myself in that way, but obviously not as harsh and as crazy. But I'm always like, what is my mission? Like, what do I want to get out of this life? What is it that I want to do? What is the difference that I want to make? Why am I going to do this? Like, have your why and make it be very strong. And that's why I say you can literally look at it as if you are literally a business. Like, the way that you set up a business plan and the way that you do all of these things to plan a new company, like, look at that with yourself. Like, rebrand yourself in that way. What do you want to stand for going forward? What are your standards going to be? What do you value? What do you not value? What are your hobbies? Like, literally make it fun. Make it like a mini project. Like, you can really have fun and play around with this, but define, like, what is your mission going to be? If you also want to rebrand your socials or just your life in general, you got to get really clear on your pillars. And your pillars could be friendships. Who do you want to be around? It could be relationships. Who do you want to be with? It could be yourself. Like, do you want to have a positive mindset, or do you want to wake up every day and tell yourself you can't do something? Like, you literally need to look at all the things it is that you are doing or how it is that you want to be and think, how can I align with this newer version of myself? And I'm a really big believer in manifestation and in law of attraction, words of affirmation, like all those kinds of things. I'm a really big believer in that. And it really starts with your mindset and how you think. So you, like I said before, you can't get to new levels if you're still identifying with your past self. So really get clear on where it is that you want to head, and also anchor yourself and be rooted in your purpose. What do you want to be known for? What is it that you want to do? What do you want your purpose to be or your mission to be? And make sure that things around you align with that. So like I said before, I really want to make a difference in my life. I want to help people. I want to just get people to know that they have so much potential. Like, all of my content at the end of the day, it's very inspirational. It's very motivational because I want to inspire people. I want to encourage people that they can go after their dream life. They can do whatever it is that they want to do, but make sure that what you do and the things around you align with that. When I realized I want to eventually be an entrepreneur, I want to be a content creator, I want this, I want that. Like, when I realized I want all of these crazy big things that the average person probably doesn't want, I had to fix who I was surrounded with. And that started with friends, and that started with random people. Like, if I don't want this person to follow me online anymore, I'm going to remove them. If I don't want this person in my life anymore, I'm going to just slowly not talk to them and just be like, listen, this isn't working out. Because it really starts with who you're around, what you're doing, and even the content that you're taking in as a creator or even as a consumer. Like, I have completely reformatted my TikTok For You page, where now I only get inspirational, motivational, uplifting content, things about growth, things about being better, things about doing better. And because of that, every time I go on my For You page, I don't feel like I'm comparing myself or like my life is not as good. Like, I am only consuming content that is for the betterment of me. So you can also do that. You can do it with your social media, and like I said, with the people around you, and even your mindset. The next thing to note when you are undergoing a rebrand or just a reintroduction is reintroduce yourself with intention. So have a new vibe, have a new look, have a new sound or a feel or a tone. And that's exactly what I have been working on, not even just with people in general, but just like even with my look and how I show up every day. One of my goals, because obviously I work from home, I'm a content creator, I can be home every day, but I can also go out and do things. But I am personally majority of the time home all day, because I'm filming at home, I'm editing at home. Like, I don't want to be that girl that's out in public filming and like doing random things. So I do a majority of my stuff at home. And when I was thinking about how I show up every day, I was like, one of my goals for this year that I literally wrote down was I want to dress up every day, even if I'm going to be home. And even if I was not a full-time content creator and I was working from home, like a 9-to-5 job, I still want to show up every day as if I am showing up for a job, as if I'm showing up for a company. The reason why I wanted to do that is because when you look your best, I feel like you feel your best too. And that was part of the reintroduction and that new energy it is that I wanted for myself. So not only was I figuring out like, okay, I want to rebrand all of these different things online, but I also want to look at myself. Like, I want to wake up and actually clean myself up a little bit. I want to do my hair. I want to dress up even if I'm going to be home. I still want to put in effort. And not that I was not putting in effort before, but I'm literally wearing a dress. I did my hair. I literally look like I'm about to go out, and I felt so good today. Like, I felt ready. I was doing work on the couch. I was on my computer. I was bouncing between the island and the couch and then the room. Like, I felt good. And not only does cleaning yourself up obviously physically feel good, but also you can clean up your social media platforms as well. I redid my bios. I'm trying to figure out what my new profile picture should be because I've had the same one since I think like my freshman year of college. I've had the same one for like almost 6 years now, which is crazy. But I cleaned up my content and I'm like, I want a new vibe going forward. And I also want to speak about this transformation. Like, I want to own this growth. I want to own it online. I also have a newsletter on Substack called Spill the Success. It was previously on MailChimp, but I just moved it to Substack so that people can also read it like their blog posts. But I want to start making content on my Substack about my journey, about what it is being a business owner, what it's like building a company, and especially when you're doing it alone and by yourself most of the time. Like, I really want to just start owning my growth and my journey and documenting that online. So that really starts by showing up as the person it is that you want to be. You should not be showing up as the old you if you want to see new results. Because again, like I said, you want to see new results, you have to do new things. You want to see new heights, you got to do new routines, new habits, new things. So be consistent in how you are showing up so that you also feel good, but that also so people can feel this rebrand, so people can see, okay, something is new, something is changing, but you have to be consistent about it. And that was the one thing that I really struggled with before, is that I would always announce, okay, I want to do this or I want to do that, and I would never be consistent with it. So instead, be consistent, show up, be disciplined, and say, I'm going to do this. I can make this happen. I got this. And I'm going to try to just show up as the best version of myself every single day and show up, step up like the future you. Think, would the future me act like this? Would the future me do this? Would she buy this? Would she wear that? Like, literally make it like a game and have fun with it, because it's your life and you can literally do that if you want to. Next is let go of who you were in order to become who you're meant to be. And I love this so much because, like I said before, maybe like a few minutes ago, about the past and always being stuck in it, you are allowed to change. You are allowed to evolve and grow and become this new person. And the people that get it. The ones that don't just don't. And they are not going to be able to level up with you. They're not going to be able to understand, like, why are they doing this? Why are they acting this way? Why are they pretending like they're better than you? But the truth is, you're not acting like you're better than anybody. You're not acting like you're so higher up than all these people. You just want better for yourself, and you decided, I'm not going to settle for this low energy. I'm not going to settle for this low effort because I know who it is that I want to be. Just because you don't want to go up with me doesn't mean I'm going to stay down. So stop dimming your light, or stop dimming the person it is that you want to be because you want to stay relatable, or because you want other people to understand you. Like, you deserve what it is that you want. Don't settle for less. And that comes with everything, with friendships, with relationships, with your life in general. Like, if you want a fun, lavish lifestyle, go out there and work for it. Like, it's not going to be handed to you. So remove who you have to in order to get to where it is that you want to be. And it sounds easier said than done, obviously, because I used to be the shyest girl in any room. I used to be so quiet. I would not want to stand up for myself. And now I realize, like, that is the only way to get to where it is that you want to be in life. You have to stand up for yourself, and you have to show up as your number one fan. Be your number one supporter, and you are going to start seeing a change in your life. Unfollow people, unsubscribe from things, remove things that no longer fit or align with your goals, and make peace with being misunderstood, because you are not always going to be understood by everybody, and especially the people that are close to you. If they really are real and they really get you, they are going to want to see you win, and they're going to understand where you're going. They're going to understand where you're coming from and how you're evolving and why you're evolving. They are not going to say, I'm going to hold Pamela back. I'm going to hold Pamela down. I don't want her to do this. Like, the only real people that would do that are the ones who don't want to see you do good. And I said this before in a TikTok, which was literally like, sometimes the people closest to you, or sometimes even the people you least expected, are the ones who don't want to see you win, are the ones who don't want you to go out there and make something of yourself. They just want you to stay down because they're down, and that's not fair. So make peace with understanding that people are not going to understand you, and you're the one that's evolving. So fall in love with yourself through every stage and through every era. You are learning, you're growing, you're learning this life, and it's new to you just as much as anybody else. Like, every day brings something new. So love who you are, and don't worry about who you used to be, especially if that's not who you want to be associated with anymore, because it's okay. Like, girl, it's in the past for a reason. You just got to keep going, put one foot in front of the other, and that's all that matters. You keep showing up, and even if you're 1% better than who you were yesterday, or 1% better than what you did yesterday, that's still progress. Don't try to be a perfect person, because nothing in life is ever going to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. People want their content to be perfect. They want their life to be perfect. Everything is curated. Like, nothing is really real half the time. So just show up and just do your best and be your best self. And when you put that good energy out there in the world, I promise you, it's going to come back. I literally said this yesterday, that if you put out that bad energy, that bad karma out there in the world, you're going to get that back. So be a good person, be kind, go out there in the world and give what it is that you would want to get back. And lastly is build boldly from this new place. So when I say this new place, I literally mean this new version of yourself, this new you that you're building, this new place of whatever. Be bold, be loud, and be proud. We don't always have to be humble about the things it is that we don't want to be humble about. Like, if you want to be loud and proud of whatever you have accomplished or whatever you've done, don't feel like you have to dim your light. Don't feel like you need to hide or not be as loud and proud. Like, when I got featured in Forbes, I didn't really know how much content I should post around it. A few weeks back, I got featured in Forbes. I had this entire article written about me because I launched a social media summer camp in my hometown, which was one of the best things I think I've ever done. Like, I am going to look back at that experience. I'm never going to forget those kids. I'm never going to forget everything that I did. And it was truly one of those moments of like, wow, like, I really genuinely love what I do. When I got featured in Forbes, number one, I was so excited. And number two, I kind of felt like, okay, I got featured in Forbes, and now I'm just going to post about it today. Like, it's going to be kind of obnoxious if I post about it again tomorrow or the day after that. And last night, I was like, you know what? It's been a few weeks since this went live. I'm going to post about it again because I don't care. Like, I am so proud of myself. And the fact that this was one of my goals for so many years to be featured in Forbes, and I did it, I'm going to be loud and proud about it. I'm not going to be humble about it because I am so proud of myself. And so you need to do the same thing with yourself and your goals. Like, put yourself in the rooms that you want to be in, create the opportunities for yourself, like create your own table and be the seat at that table, because there's going to be a bunch of tables that you're going to visit throughout your life. People are not going to want to open a chair for you. Make your own. Make the rooms that you want to be in. Make yourself these opportunities and connect with people that align with your next chapter. And I always will say too, like I say in my YouTube videos, is that if you don't have people in your life or people around you that are going in the direction it is that you want to be in, find people online that align with that. Like, that is why I make my content. That is why I have this podcast and my YouTube channel and my other social channels, is because I literally don't have other entrepreneurs or other people in my life or other content creators that are doing what I'm doing. So I am building out all this content for other people who want someone in their life who is doing the same thing. Like, I don't have anyone like that, so I'm going to make that content for other people who also feel alone in that way. So be the person that you want to see out there in the world. And when it comes to building boldly from this new place that you're in, track your growth. Be proud of your progress. Right now, you're in the foundational era. It's like I said, you're still a seedling. You haven't become that full tree yet. And you're not just rebranding. This isn't just a reintroduction. You are rebuilding something that is going to be really big. Like, it's literally the tree example. You are still the seedling. You are going to grow into something so big, so strong, so beautiful. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep that tunnel vision and know, like, this is my goal. This is what I want to do in the end. I can't let these hurdles stop me. I can't let these things that are in the way stay in the way. Like, I'm going to keep going no matter what. And you can do this. Like, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what happens, you got this, and you are truly, truly, truly unstoppable. Thanks for tuning in to Booked, Busy, and Building, where we keep it real, stay growing, and are always showing up for ourselves. Remember that you're not behind, you're in the middle of becoming, so keep building what matters, and the life you want is already yours. And until next time, stay booked, stay busy, and keep building.